Yeah, these comments are for VH. This is Michael. Let me turn the lights on for a minute. Hold on. Okay, let's take a look at what you said with your integrated writing practice test number 1. So in the beginning, in your introduction, the one thing that's giving me a little bit of trouble is the word unlikely. But unlikely to make maybe a business more successful. If you included something after the word unlikely, that would help me understand that you have a clear understanding of what that lecture is trying to say. So it was a little bit unclear what you meant by unlikely. So your next paragraph. You have the lecture talks about one of the key points is to not attend meetings. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly the main point. Let's go back to the script for a minute. I think you may have misrepresented that. It says limit the number of meetings you schedule. And it also says, long meetings are usually unproductive. So I think it's saying to limit the number of meetings you attend. And you're saying, according to the lecture, is to not attend meetings at all. So I think that you have misrepresented that point in the lecture. It's better to say is to limit the number of meetings you attend, especially long ones, which are unproductive. And then you say the reading says that employees should attend meetings and companies should schedule meetings in proper time. Yes, the reading is good. Your first point of the lecture is a little bit inaccurate. Okay, let's go to your third paragraph. You say the lecture says another way is employees should not read all the documents. I think here is another way to be productive, maybe you want to say, but it is true, is to not read all documents. Then you say the reading states employees should be provided with supplementary reading materials to help their work. But I don't think that catches the main idea. So let's go back to the reading passage and let's double check what it says. See, what you did, you looked at the beginning of the third paragraph where it says employees should be provided with supplementary reading materials to help them perform their jobs. But that's more of, it's not remaking the argument. The argument in this case is made near the end of that idea where it says employees should read all documents in their entirety. See, that's what you want to do. Don't just talk about what the facts are in either the reading or the lecture. You want to present what the arguments are. So you need to be able to distinguish the factual information from the argumentative information. And at least in your outline, you should be focusing more on what the three arguments are in the reading passage and how does the lecture disagree with those three arguments. That would probably reframe your outline a little bit better so you more clearly are responding to the writing task. All right, let's go to your next idea. So your last paragraph, you say, speaker says an employee should separate the steps. I would say not by following, but should separate the steps in the writing process. When writing a document, maybe. You say the reading says employees, I think don't try, I don't think that's the right word. You want to say the reading says an employee shouldn't try to separate what? Shouldn't separate the steps in the writing process because it is simply too time consuming. So, I think paragraph 3 and 4 for the integrated writing could get you into trouble. Now remember, not just for TOEFL, when you're summarizing, you want to make sure you don't change the meaning of anything and don't leave out important information. So I think you're having a little bit of a trouble with summarizing information. So based on some problems there, let's take a look at your score. I'm looking at the rubrics. You can also click on them and see them for yourself. I'm going to put you at 2.75 out of 5 or 18 points out of 30 on this particular practice test.